Live.
We live.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the We Stomped You Out show. My name is Mr. Tim Tabala. This guy over here is Rodriguez. This
That's
guy
me.
down here is Mr. Keith Larish. As you can see, Steve Faraci is currently missing this week. We think he's doing something shady, but we won't get into that right now.
Well, we took a poll on improving the show, and minus him actually helped us.
Is the shiny head?
It is. I have him here present. Let me open up the curtain to the closet.
Oh my
Get
God!
back in there! Get in!
Get back in! Jesus Christ!
Jeez.
Welcome to the show. We got a lot to talk about. We got Giants football, which is not really fun to talk about. But before we even get that started, Mr. Keith Larish has something to tell you about Brooklyn Water, Coffee, Roasters.
.com from their roastery. Should I do this in my Billy D. Williams voice, or should I just do it in my own natural voice?
That wasn't Billy D. Williams.
I can go into Billy D. Williams.
All right, do it.
Now you're putting me on a spot.
Oh my God!
BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com from their roastery to your front door. Only the finest beans are selected for your cup of coffee in the morning. So when you're sipping it, not only are you tasting your coffee, you're tasting my hands that were on the beans. BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com. Check them out. Seriously, there's a ton of flavors on there. I love Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters. Their motto is from their roastery to your front door, which means they ship it to you within 24 hours of its roast date. So if you order today, they roast it tomorrow. It'll be shipped definitely by the next day. And there's a whole ton of delicious flavors out there. There's even a high energy caffeine line. On that high energy caffeine line is one of my personal favorites, Cinnabuzz. Then there's what we like to call our friend Rodriguez over here. Oh, I'm getting that down to left and right thing. You know why? Because I did production in church, so I know stage left, stage right. So that is like,
congratulations.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I have accomplished something in my life. At least now I can die in peace. BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com, Jacked Up Cupcake, which we like to call Rodriguez over there. Then we also have the non-50% more caffeine line, which is just the regular caffeine, whatever that means. There's the Dark Roast Dark Chocolate, delicious chocolatey flavor, guilt-free because it has how many calories, Rodriguez?
Settle.
Boom! We got a Faraci, you're fired, bro. That's it. It's over. Then we also got the other delicious Morning Wood, one of my favorites. It's a delicious coffee. You just need to try it. Forget. There's
Hold it in your hands. Hold it in your hands. That Morning Wood.
Oh yeah.
Coffee.
We have Morning Wood coffee. Morning Wood is actually really good. It tastes delicious. The name is funny, yes, but then they have Drunken Pig, which is a infusion of bacon and maple syrup. But the problem is, you hear maple syrup, you think that's got to be really bad for you. But how many calories comes in that?
Settle.
Boom. BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com from their roaster to your front door, guaranteed to ship within 24 hours of its roast date. And if you act now and you buy your third bag is free using the code MASK on. I did that little echo for dramatics. BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com from their roaster to your front door. Peace. Sorry, I dragged that out, but I was just having fun this time.
Dragged it out last week. It was like a 7-minute thing, man. You did good this week. It was very quick.
Really, was it?
my mother said, I turned the show on. Why is Keith talking about coffee?
You know why? Because all the names they have for their coffees, it's easy to just run off in a tangent and comedic factor of the names of the coffees, and it just spirals from there and goes to hell. But anyway.
Yeah, all right. Let's get started with this fun team that we have to root for here, guys. We're going to start with that. I don't even know how to get through this without crying a little bit. Giants versus Bears. The most obvious topic is going to have to be Saquon Barkley out for the year, torn ACL, bunch of other crap. First, Rodriguez, give me your impression of the game, first of all. What do you think of the game? How'd they play? Offense, defense, special teams before we even get to Barkley? I'm eating the pretzel.
Okay, focus. No Barkley. Okay. So the defense wasn't bad. Defense hangs in there. I don't think our defense is that bad. I was expecting a worse defense. The offense, What are you gonna do with our offense now? We don't have any Barkley. I mean, are we drinking already? Hold up a second. Are we having a dead man's toast to this season already?
Let's just say no. Let's not even toast. Let's just say Giants offense and sip. Giants offense.
What is there to say about it?
It's a drinking game. Every time we say Giants offense, we drink.
Let's run behind.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so I'm not seeing any Giant offense. We got a guy named Devona. Who we get? Devona Feldman or something? What's the guy's name?
Devontae Freeman.
Devontae Freeman. I was
Owner Feldman.
I was close.
That's great, Rodriguez. I don't even know who that is, but it's just amazing. It sounds like an 80s movie character.
You know what? I think that's somebody actually at work that just was pestering me all day. And the name came. I couldn't get it out of my head.
I don't want to know that person for the record.
Oh yeah. So we suck, and we're gonna suck worse now offensively. Honestly, you're gonna put more pressure on basically a rookie. Last year, all right, he played a little bit, but our quarterback is a rookie, man. They can disguise defenses on him real quick, and I saw that in the Steeler game. Towards the end, they were making him move around. They were making his eyes shift a lot, so they can do that to rookies. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's got to learn. He's got to become the man. In a couple of years, I'm thinking, as a real quarterback, it's going to take him 3 or 4 years, I think, to get into that mold. He's a good player, as you can see. I'm giving the OG some respect because he does deserve it, you know. So that's the only Giants jersey I have right now. It's Eli, and that I'm going to keep it like that for a while because these guys basically all suck anyway.
Slacker Faraci says the offense is offensive.
The what? Which offense?
He said the offense is offensive.
The Giants offense, right?
Yep, that was a quote by Slacker Faraci.
Hey, keep up. All right, listen, I'm miserable. It's going to be a terrible year for the Giants. I just gave up. Every game that I picked for a win, I got to think of it as a loss or a tie. I can't even pick them to win anything anymore. You know?
It is going to be hard.
Our coach, our offensive coach, that douche, that person from Dallas, he better live up to his genius potential, man, because
I am getting a little ticked off with that. You know, because I always laughed at how freaking terrible he was when he was in Cowboys. But I knew that he was a pretty decent offensive coordinator. When he came over to us, I was like, perfect. He's fitting into the role that he's good for. And he probably learned so much from coaching all these years, the Cowboys. And their offense has always been above average. So I'm like, okay, we're going to gain. And I don't like game plan.
I have a simple question. Let me just ask you one simple question because you guys are real smart on this. If you're running an offense and you're running a certain scheme and it's working, right? Would you change it and do something else? Or would you just keep using the scheme that works until the other team figures out how to stop it?
Yeah, you use it till they figure it out.
That's a good offensive coach, right? So why were we trying to run the ball at this? I'm even going back further. Why are we even trying to run the ball the first game of the season when we were able to pass the ball so efficiently?
Only because you don't want to become one-dimensional. Because if you do,
I get the one-dimensional thing.
Even though we are, technically we are, if they know the defense knows you're not going to run, they're going to make all kinds of crazy adjustments. So you want to sneak a run in there every now and then, even though you're going to lose 2-3 yards on it.
Yeah, and we don't want to be one-dimensional.
Yeah,
so we don't. So if we're demental, then we're all demental now as Giant fans. But yeah, to Tim's point, you got to establish one, but you still have to establish one or the other. You got to start the game heavy pass or heavy run because one will offset the other. If you're doing heavy run and you're successful, you're going to draw in the cornerbacks, you're going to draw in the backfield, and you're going to be able to throw a little more. If you're starting with heavy pass, you're going to push all the backfield out, and you're going to run a little more because there's less blockers up front past the defensive line. Problem is, for either of those to work, you need one thing. And what is that? Giant offensive line. I'll drink to that. Giants offensive line has given me a lot to drink. It's sickening. I mean, there's so much talent on there. And Tim, we have outside of this podcast, obviously, we're all friends on the outside, and we have a group chat and we talk specifically about the show and Giants. And Tim made a great point. They need to play together. It's not that they're not talented; they need to play together. So it's kind of like when you're with somebody for so long, you know what their move is or how they're going to react to certain things before they even do it. And that's what offensive lines need to do. They need to understand each other, what they do, how they react, and they'll be able to cover for each other because they'll all be mentally in sync. And the Giants' offensive line is not there yet. So with the talent we have, hopefully we get there. It's not a hopeful speech. Believe me, I gave up already. I'm miserable. You should see the crap I put in our chat. But I think that if we get that offensive line going, we can salvage the season and do something with it. Sometimes it takes 2 games. Sometimes it takes a season. Sometimes it takes 5 games.
It's always the line.
2 games for our team.
Well, now let me ask you one question. There's one particular offensive lineman I want to ask you guys about, and that's Will Hernandez. Will Hernandez had a lot of potential. Is he a bust yet, or do we give him at least another finish out the season? Because right now he's getting his ass run all over the place. And I'm not even going to blame the rookie. The rookie, I think, is having a great year. He had one screw up against Khalil Mack, but he picked up the right guy, though. Even the announcer said it. He picked up the guy he was supposed to pick up. He didn't have the smarts yet to say, wait a minute, I should move over and pick this guy up. But he did pick up the right guy. So I don't blame the rookie. But Will Hernandez is what, 3rd year, 4th year? And I don't see any improvement in that dude whatsoever. So do you guys think he's a bust already? Or do you think we should wait at least to the end of the year to figure it out?
See,
I think he's a bust.
I'm here. And why I'm here, it means I'm giving him a shot. I don't think he's a bust. I don't think he's a pass.
Dude, come on.
You got to give him
already. He's a 4-year player, right? If it's his 4th year,
4 or 3.
I don't know. If it's his 4th year and he hasn't at least shined a couple of times and shown that,
maybe slide him over to the bench.
Back up. So then same difference. He's not playing.
Here's the deal. So I think you got Joe Judge, right? He doesn't want to be a knee jerk and just take somebody out. But I think after 2 or 3 games, if somebody's continuously failing, as a news coach coming in, you put that backup guy in there because a lot of times those backup guys are the next star in any position. And if one guy's failing, what's going to happen in the 4th game if you give him 3 chances? We're going to fail? Well, we already did that 3 games. At least we have a chance with a guy with a different skill set and a guy with a different mentality approaching the game to hopefully sink a little better than somebody like a Will Hernandez. I say give him 1 more game, see what happens.
1 more game?
All right, another player now.
Only because it's a new coaching staff, Rodriguez. Otherwise, I would say, All
right, another player, and I know Keith wanted to talk about this because this is his favorite position on the field right now, is tight end. I thought Ingram had a pretty good game. I thought he had a pretty good game catching-wise. Again, blocking, he can't block a toddler. I don't know what the hell he's trying to block on a play. Catching, I thought he had a pretty good, decent game. Is he a bust? What do you guys think?
No, I don't think he's a bust at all. You just have to utilize him for his strengths, and his strength is not pass blocking. It's not blocking. It's not squaring up against another guy. He's a big receiver playing tight end, so he's actually a small tight end. To be real, I mean that's the way I see him. He's not a blocker. I mean, anybody can cut block and do that type of stuff, sure, but he can't go up with those guys. It doesn't seem to be in him. So just line him up and don't let him be a blocker or let him be a guy who cuts people down or does something else, but don't put him up with these guys. He's an excellent receiver. He gets hurt because he's trying to block and be a man. Be a receiver. What they are, little crybaby girls that get all that cry because they don't get the ball all the time. Be one of those, Ingram. You'll be fine. I don't think he's a bust. I don't know about you guys.
Well, Keith, I know we talked about it last week. You kept saying he's a receiver. He's a receiver. He's not a tight end. Obviously, after this week, I'm sure you're saying the same exact thing.
He's got speed. He's got size, right? But he also has speed. I don't know if he has deep end speed, like an Odell speed, something like that. But I can see him as a, cross over the field linebacker, like a Wayne Corbett type of guy with his size. Wayne Corbett was a small little guy. You get him to run 8-yard patterns and bang, you hit him over the middle every time. I could see Ingram doing that, even though he'd probably only play 4 games a year from all those hits. But I could see him doing that. But the problem for me is I do not see the capacity to block. Yes, he's a big guy, but he's not big enough to block. He's big enough to do a receiver type block, a bump and run, something to that effect. He's not a stand there and stop this 250-pound muscle-bound monster coming at me to kill my quarterback block. Or let me stop the run block. He's not that guy. He's just not. And let's give it up already. I'm hoping Joe Judge comes to that conclusion. You know, hopefully next draft we pull a miracle tight end pick from the second round or something like that. You know,
Jason Garrett has to figure that out. Jason Garrett has to call plays that are the right plays for these type of players. And Ingram is not a blocking guy, so you got to get him out in the open against the linebackers because he can beat all the linebackers as far as goes. That's his forte. They're not gonna catch him. He's faster than most of them because he's
football is one of those unique sports. You can't change positions. You know, you just can't. You can't make a tight end into a multifunctional wide receiver. You can't do that. Tight ends block. Tight ends are the guys that get ignored and hit a sneaky 15-yard pattern because everybody thought he was blocking the
That's
last.
Why they have
possessions.
packages and schemes and they change the personnel so they can do that.
Okay, well they're not working around him well enough. Old regime, and new regime. 3 regimes. Not doing him well.
It's only 2 games though.
Yeah. Well, speaking of those 2 games, we lost our star running back. We signed Devontae Freeman. Now our leading rusher is Daniel Jones with 46 yards in 2 games. 46 yards in 2 games. Our quarterback is our leading rusher.
Oh my God!
What do you guys? Now I'm not gonna. I don't know if I can ask you, Rodriguez. You didn't really know his name. Well, Keith, Devontae Freeman from the Atlanta Falcons. He's not going to be a Saquon Barkley, but how do you think he's going to help fill in this offense?
I think he's going to provide a lot of veteran leadership. I mean, if you know him well enough, he's been a good receiver. I don't know his stats. I don't have him in front of me, but I know he's always been up there. He's always been a threat. And sometimes it takes somebody crafty to really show other people the other aspect of the game. Saquon Barkley is such a physical specimen. He does his thing. You leave it alone. If you get some guy now who's more of a thinker, he's been in the league long enough, and he may pass some knowledge over along to our team and help with that leadership in that type of position, including kick returns and things of that nature. Hopefully, who knows? I'm a little pessimistic at this point.
Rodriguez?
He wasn't playing for a reason, right? Why?
See, that's my one thing. Everyone was talking about it's a great pickup. But he's sitting at home though, so I don't know.
I know it was a great pickup.
Good. Why was he there? Why was he sitting?
Good point. But I think his brain is what's going to help us. I never said his physical aspect will, which isn't necessarily a good thing. But I'm hoping he provides some leadership to some of the youngins that are behind Saquon.
He'd be on another team. Running backs are a dime a dozen. If you have a good offensive line, which is what we need to begin with.
Thank you.
I don't care about these poor guys. Barkley would have got destroyed this year. I'm kind of happy that he's out. So maybe his body won't take the wear and tear that he was going to get. He's going to get smashed this year with this offensive line. So maybe it's better that he just sits at home, rehab, and waits for next year. Maybe we'll have some good offensive line players. Will Hernandez.
Well, supposedly Freeman was offered more money by other teams, but he turned them all down.
Ooh.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that. Again, we don't have that whole story yet. So I think
Austin Molina said he was big in the second half last game. I'm not sure who he was.
Ingram.
You're talking about Ingram.
Oh yeah, Ingram had a great game. Austin, he had a great game, really did. But is this the kind of guy you want? You know, for me, and maybe it's just because I'm old school, and I think the guys on the show agree with me. A tight end is more of a physical specimen in the sense that he can stop somebody charging at him. He can protect his runner. He can make sure he picks up the blitz and not get run over. He's not a bump and run guy. And that's kind of what Ingram is. He's more of a bump and run guy. I mean, I don't know if you guys agree on that, but that's just my take on it. I love Ingram, but he should be a wide receiver or slot receiver.
Slot receiver. Yeah, absolutely.
I agree big time with that because he's not blocking anything. He looks foolish. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that because I can't even. I said when Daniel Jones is your leading rusher after 2 games, you got a serious problem, and that's not just on Barkley. That's on the most horrendous blocking I've ever seen. Now, again, they're a different team when it comes to passing. When it comes to passing, all of a sudden they know how to block. So maybe they're not aggressive. They're not an aggressive bunch going after the guys. They're a passive bunch.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Daniel Jones has the second most sacks in the NFL right now. I mean.
they're not really protecting him that much.
Not really protecting him, so I don't know about pass blocking.
I think
that's my second point now. Daniel Jones, we can all agree,
Yeah.
2 games and plus last year, the dude's the real deal. The dude's got balls.
Yeah, he's for real. He's definitely for real.
Hold on. We missed the most valuable comment from Emery.
When he
Emery,
needs help.
thank you, Captain Obvious. Appreciate that, bro.
We're talking about the line.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But
Like I said, now we got our rookie playing out of position. We got Hernandez not doing anything. We got it's the line is just it's horrendous. We're gonna be drafting on the top 5 again and picking another lineman this year. So
listen, I'll take it, but we better pick up. If there's a Chase sitting there, we better not pass on him.
You think so? This time?
I don't know if we'll be that high. I don't want to be that high. I want to enjoy some wins this year. It's been miserable.
No, we'll be in the top 10.
It's been. Hold on.
We'll
It's
be
been.
in the top 10, bro.
Let me rephrase that. It's been miserable. It's terrible being a Giants fan. But I live on the fact that we won 2 championships within the last 15 years. And I'm
in the group chat I posted, I think we're being punished. The universe is punishing us for those 2 Super Bowls.
Probably.
How do you go from those 2 Super Bowls to being the worst team in the league the last 4 or 5 years? Now we're not talking about the Jets, the Browns, the Bucks. The Giants are the worst team in the league in the last 5 years. How is that possible? It's disgusting, is what it is.
Hold on.
I don't know. We don't have any stars. I haven't seen. What's the last star that we've had in their prime? When's the last guy? The last time
OC, JPP. I would say JPP was a star for a couple of years. Of course,
I think
Strahan.
We were getting punished for that great defensive line that we used to have. I remember those.
That was the most amazing defensive line. Tim mentioned on the show last week, and I thought about it the next morning. Literally, I woke out of bed and I heard Tim's comment in the morning saying, "We're getting punished for having OC, Strahan, and you just JPP." Yeah, I was like, and I woke up in the morning. I think it was probably after we lost, and I went like this. I hate Timmy.
Timmy, you're right.
We had them all at the same time.
That's terrible, but it's so right. We were vicious. It was amazing. It was like Giants had 10 sacks today, 8 sacks today, 7 sacks today. If we got less than 5 sacks, we were all disappointed.
That's
now
how
we get 2.
That's how we beat Tom Brady with that.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, there's a lot of miracles that went on that day, but that defensive line was, with Strahan. Oh my God! These guys.
Dominic.
Come
on, buddy.
You're missing Bosa. You're missing your guys too. So
don't forget.
This might be a 6-3 shit fest coming up. We don't know yet, so don't talk too much yet.
Yeah.
Devonta Freeman is gonna.
Well, I think that makes a Giants fan. I think he just. Yeah.
Zachary Powers. Y'all think we should get OBJ? No. No. He ain't going. First of all, he ain't going nowhere.
Zach, I'll forgive you.
That's all rumors.
You haven't watched the show, but you should watch the show because we're fun. But we all have said in the past that OBJ being gone is the best thing to happen to the New York Giants since OBJ being gone. He's a waste of time. He's a Cleveland steamer. He's a distraction. Super talent.
What's a Cleveland steamer?
Not on the air.
Oh, sorry. It's a thing that's it's a big machine that steams.
Almost had him.
I had to click the explicit button then. I don't want to do that.
Hold on.
I almost had him.
All right.
Come on. Whose team are you talking about?
Jermaine Trotter. Well, peace. I've advised if Syracuse wins Saturday, then Giants are going to win Sunday. Okay. If the Orangeman loses Saturday, then the Giants will lose. So our fate is tied directly to the Orangeman. I'll buy into it. Now I'm a baseball fan, so I'll buy into any superstition if you give me a valid point. And then he closes it up with.
I don't want to rely on Syracuse.
I don't want to meet either.
I don't want to rely on Syracuse.
I'll take any superstition right now. I'm a baseball fan. Superstition, let's go.
Well, we might as well jump right into that then because, like you said, now we got the Niners who Garoppolo might not play. Is he definitely not playing, Keith? You said it before. Is he definitely out?
I think he's definitely out. I thought it was a serious injury. He's out for the season. I'm going to do a little check on my source. His name is Google. I'll let you know in a sec.
Well, they also lost Joey Bosa. They
Yep.
lost 2 or 3 other guys. Now we of course lost Barkley. Sterling Shepard's probably going to be out with turf toe, and we all know how much turf toe is at least a 12-week minimum freaking thing, which I don't understand at all. I've never had it, and I don't want it. So the universe, don't give me turf toe to show me how bad it is. I don't want to know. But
It's really painful. It's really painful.
You've had turf toe before?
I've been close to it. But it hurts. But still, come on, man, you're a pro. Turf toe's like the stupidest thing to be out for.
Well,
it's like biting your lip or something. It's like stupid.
it's not as bad as certain right fielder had a butt injury.
Okay, same thing.
So they're saying that Garoppolo may play. I thought he was out for the season. I thought it was a ankle break, but saying it was just a high ankle sprain. I've seen quarterbacks play with high ankle sprains. Let's see.
He'll play at least.
Truthfully, with our defensive line, he'll probably be good anyway. It's probably a day off.
No, they'll catch. No. Come on. Our defense isn't that horrible. I like them. They play hard, man. They're in there.
I was very impressed with the defense. They kept us in that game. They kept us in the game. Now, here's the funny thing. Every week we go into a preview for the next game, but our preview is the exact same thing every time because the Giants are exactly the same every time. So let's just save everyone problem because I know everyone has stuff to do today. Let's just say it real quick. What do we need to do to win this game? Protect the quarterback and pressure their quarterback. That's it. It's the same thing every freaking week, and they never do it.
I'm going to give a classic Madden answer to that. Well, Timmy, we need to score more points than the other player. We need to get in the end zone more often, and we need to make sure their team doesn't get in the end zone as often as us.
That makes sense.
Off to you, Rodriguez.
Okay, I agree. Move on.
That's the problem with the Giants. There's nothing else to add. It's the same crap every week. What do I have to do to win? I'll just say you said it before. They got to design plays around what we have. And what we have is not a running team. It sucks. I don't know how much Freeman's going to play this week.
Think and dunk team. Think and dunk team.
You pass until they cover the pass, and then you run the damn ball.
Then that's it. Or run it outside. You can't go up the middle because you're getting freaking destroyed, man. Run it outside, think and dunk, then go down the middle deep. Just change it up, Garrett, you stupid cow whore.
Hold on. Farachi's knocking in. What do you want, bro?
Oh, dang, man.
Oh. He was like, "Are you guys ready for your predictions?" I said, "Not yet. Don't worry, we'll get there."
Oh,
I can't see now.
Well, that's what we might as well move on to. Like I said, with the Giants, there's not much to talk about anymore. It's really depressing. It's a depressing thing.
Well, you saw my answer to the toe picks. Like, what else? Saquon, we suck. Play the 49ers. O-line sucks. Predictions.
It's literally the same every year.
I LT for something. Oh, I lied. That's my only other jersey, LT. I LT for something, just to shake it up.
I actually have 3. Strahan, LT, and Eli.
I have LT and Sims.
You need to be like epic to be in my jersey lineup for the Giants. That's it.
Epic. Well, Sims is not epic?
Sims is, but I just don't have him.
Oh, okay.
So we might as well move on to our picks. Let's just move on right to the picks then. 7 o'clock already. We can do it real quick. I guess Farachi's going to write these down. I hope you're going to write these down and watch it over again because I'm not writing it down. Let's start out with this barn burner of a game Thursday night. I don't know who schedules these games, but we got the Dolphins visiting the Jaguars. Rodriguez, who you got?
Hold on one sec. I'm going to write this down. Hold on.
Wait, Dolphins visiting the Jaguars? Yeah, I picked the Jaguars.
You know, write down, Keith? All right, I got the Jaguars too.
All right, sorry, I was like, am I on mute? You guys both got Jaguars. Who are they playing? I'm sorry.
The Dolphins.
I'm only writing the team you're picking.
Okay.
I'm going to pick the Dolphins.
Traitor.
And next game, we got the Texans at the Steelers. Steelers didn't look as good this past week. Ramirez, who you got?
I picked Steelers.
I'm going to go Steelers also.
Definitely Steelers.
Frachi, who you going with? Open the door, Keith. See who's Frachi going with.
Bro, I can hear you. I can't see you, though.
I just like the way it looks.
He
It
said
does
Steelers.
look good. It does look
Hold
good.
on. I think. Get out!
Put him back in the closet.
I think he said Steelers.
We got the Bengals visiting the Philadelphia Eagles. Rodriguez.
I actually picked the Eagles. I think they're home. They're home. They're being at home will give them that to get that win.
I too will go with the Schmeagles.
We're gonna make that a trifecta.
So all three of us got the Eagles. And here we go. Our game. Get ready to pick it. Get ready to pick our game. 49ers. Giants. Did they get their first win? Rodriguez.
I picked with my head this time, not with my heart. So I picked the 49ers.
I picked the 49ers. I picked the Giants to start 0-3. I'm going to stick with it. 49ers are going to win this one. We get our first win next week.
Yeah, and this is a gamble, but I'm always willing to gamble for the Giants. I'm picking the Giants because I'm hoping Garoppolo is out.
Okay. Again, and what I say every week, I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong.
Hope I'm wrong too. I'll take that one.
The undefeated Las Vegas Raiders at Bill Belichick with the New England Patriots. Rodriguez, who you got?
I still think the Patriots will pull it out. I picked the Patriots.
I picked the Patriots as well.
Trifecta.
Sweet.
Uh-oh, my pen is dying.
And we got the Titans of Tennessee.
I'm going to need a minute, guys. Hold on.
All right. Well, what do you think about that? Titans versus the Minnesota Vikings. You know what we'll do? We'll catch up. We'll catch up over here. Hang on. Where the hell did it go? Raul says he thinks the Giants are getting that win this week. Raul, yeah. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. But we have too many injuries too, Raul.
Sorry, guys. We have an antiquated pen and paper system here.
And Jermaine is sticking with Syracuse. Listen, if Syracuse wins and the Giants win, Jermaine, I'm all in. I'm all with the Orange, even though I'm a Notre Dame fan.
Tim, who did you pick for the Niners Giants? Sorry, I missed that.
I picked the Niners. Dominic's got the Niners 35-14. I think you're being generous with that score. I think it's going to be more like 9-6.
9. Number 9. Baba Booey.
No, this Garoppolo play. If Garoppolo plays, it might be bad.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see. Do they want to risk him against us? I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
All right, so then we got the Titans of Tennessee against the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. Rodriguez, so you like?
Titans.
I do too. Titans.
Minnesota.
I also trifecta. I can guarantee you, if Faraci was here, he'd be picking against all of us because that's what he does.
Always. Always.
All right, so we got Tit and Min. Who's next?
We have the team with no name at the Duty Browns. Rodriguez?
Cocky duty time. They get their win.
I am going with Cocky also.
Wait, who are the Browns playing?
Team with no name.
Hold on, I gotta.
The Voldemorts.
Oh, I picked Browns.
It's a joke. It's coming. It's coming. It's a joke.
I picked the Browns.
Here's a good one. And my wife's going to stare at me in a second because I'm going to say it. The Los Angeles Rams versus the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. My wife just said the undefeated Bills are going to win this game. Rodriguez, who do you like?
I picked the Bills. Your wife's right.
Rodriguez likes the Bills.
I like the Bills.
I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I have to bet with my head. I like the Rams. I'm going with the Rams in this one.
I'm just going to say this. I picked the undefeated Buffalo Bills.
Keith got the Bills too.
She's cutting it off.
Hey, what are you going to do? I got to bet with my head, man. I bet with my head.
Off, like Lorraine Bobbitt, or like you're not getting dinner? Like what's happening?
No. That's
you all right, Tim?
How hard Timmy wants to go with this.
Okay, so next we got the Bears at the Falcons. Rodriguez.
Let's see. I picked the Falcons.
I'm going with
That made me think for a while though, but I had to pick them. They're home, right?
yeah. And me, I'm going with the Bears.
Really? You believing in them, huh?
That defense. I believe in that defense.
I
All
picked the
right.
Falcons as well.
And then we have the Carolina Panthers at the very exciting San Diego Chargers, where Tyrod Taylor lost another job in the first week to an injury to a rookie quarterback. And let me tell you something. That dude is the real deal, man. Justin Herbert, he was throwing lasers last week. He was moving around. He looks really good. So I am going with the Chargers to beat the Panthers in L.A. Rodriguez?
Ditto, man. Chargers. Chargers. I like that guy.
Wow, we're pretty agreeable today. It's a good thing Farachi's not here. He would really ruin this vibe.
Next, we have the Green Team, the New York Jets, taking on Phillip
Jets
Rivers.
lose. Next.
Indianapolis Colts. I wasn't going to say that. Everyone just picked the Colts, but that's not nice. G's a friend of ours. We got to show him some respect.
No, we don't.
But I'm going with the Colts.
I had to pick the Colts. I want to pick the Jets. I really do, but
Even though I thought the Jets had a really good chance of sucking really bad, I think they're just going to only suck in this game, and I'm going with the Colts as well.
Poor G. I feel bad for him.
That was for you, Joe, too. Joe and G. You guys should hang out together.
Next, we have the Cowgirls with a miraculous comeback. This time, though, they're heading to Seattle to play the Seahawks. No miraculous comeback. Rodriguez, who you liking?
I don't like them. But after looking
like to win. I mean, like to win.
Okay, I think this team will win. I hope they lose. I'm picking the Cowgirls.
I am going to go with the Hawks of the Sea.
I hope you win, Timmy. But my head tells me try the Cowgirls.
I hope you win this one, too, because I'm also going with the Cow Bitches.
Eli, I'll be all right, Eli.
Next, we got Tampa Bay versus the Broncos in Denver. I don't care where it is. They're not losing to the Broncos, so I'm going with Tampa Bay.
Buccaneers, man. Buccaneers. Let's do this.
I am going with the Tampa Bay Brady's.
Yeah, they'll win a lot then.
Next, we got the Lions of Detroit taking on the Cardinals of Arizona. And I like the way Arizona's looking this year.
I do, too. It's still a crossing game.
So I'm going to go Cardinals.
Yeah. Yeah, I picked them too, even Cardinals too, even after my hatred for their coaching staff that came and destroyed us. I still had to pick the Cardinals. Better team.
Trifecta
again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably now they got two really, really good games to close out these 2 nights. We got the Packers going to visit the Saints. Rodriguez? Which old guy you like? Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees?
My Packers all the way. Even though I like Drew Brees because he's a little guy doing his thing. Drew Brees. I got to go with Aaron Rodgers. He's the best quarterback.
I'm going with the Fudge Packers as well.
Hold on, we got breaking news.
Uh-oh.
What? Farachi, what? Go away. Whew, damn it. That boy got a shiny head. He said it's got to be the home team.
The home team?
It's got to be the home team. But I don't agree. I'm picking the Packers.
Okay.
You got Packers, right,
And probably might be the best game of the entire year already, happening in week 3 already. We have the Chiefs at the Ravens. This is a hard one. This is definitely the game of the week. This is what everyone's going to want to be watching.
Get back in there. Damn it.
Rodriguez, biggest game of the week. Who you liking?
I'm picking the Ravens on this one, man. I'm picking the Ravens. I think they'll pull it out. I love the Chiefs because I love the quarterback, but Ravens. I'm sticking to it.
I am as well going with the Baltimore Ravens. I think they're going to beat the Chiefs this week.
So am I, and this is going to be what I think to me is going to be the best game at least to this point, and probably for several weeks of the year. You got two of the best, most talented quarterbacks going head to head, and they're not
It's gonna
just
be fun.
they're not just two of the most
Mhm.
talented and best quarterbacks. They also have a great supporting cast on both sides of the ball. It is going to be a fun game to watch. I hope it don't turn into one of those Super Bowls you anticipate, and it's like a 43-17 blowout. I hope that it's a dogfight. I just
I
hope
hope
it's a
it's
dogfight.
60-50 the final score.
I was just gonna say the same thing. 75 to 85. Just light it
Yeah.
up.
Jermaine Trotter said it's going to be war. Hoo, good God, y'all.
And just real quick, I don't know,
38-31.
can we see this? We can't see it.
Pull it back a little bit.
No.
No, we're not going to be able to see it. I just
Yeah,
want to
at
say
some point.
I am leading in the overall standings because I went 14-1 this past week. Woo! I'm gonna toot my own horn.
Yeah, I didn't have such a
What
great
are the
week.
standings? Where am I at, Timmy? I don't even know.
I am after 2 weeks 28-4. Farachi's 23-9. Rodriguez 21-11. Keith 19-13.
Oh, I'm
I'm gonna have
10
a
over.
rough year.
Okay.
Marcavelli, I don't want the number one pick. That's really depressing. If we get the number one pick, I like to be in the top 10 probably, but number one means we've had a really bad year.
I could see this kind of score from
It doesn't
Raul.
matter, right?
Raul
Why not?
Velasquez put up there Baltimore 31, Chiefs 27. That's the kind of game I see. A real dogfight. Good call, Raul.
No, I want 80-79.
Mark, yeah.
Game one on a 62-yard field goal in high winds or some shit like that. That's what I want.
This is your boy right here.
98
There
yards
you
run.
go.
And Mark
56-50. That's what I want.
Yes.
56-50. Just touchdowns. Every 2 seconds, touchdowns. Be great. Definitely take the over on that one.
That'd be fun.
All right, guys. You said we had a nice quick show. It's really depressing when you can't talk about your team that much because it's the same crap every week. But Rodriguez, do you have any closing words before we head out of here?
I would tell you guys I have hope that the Giants are going to be better this year, but I don't have any hope. I'm not going to blow smoke up nobody's ass anymore. I'm done with being hopeful. Keep your mask on. Be safe. Let's go Giants.
Mr. Laris, what do you got for us?
I still think we're gonna have a pretty decent year. I'm not saying we're gonna have a dominating year, but compared to the recent past, I think we're gonna have a decent year. Joe Judge has got his new squad. I believe in this system, and I think we're gonna be okay. So hang in there, Giant fans. We got an opportunity this weekend. Let's hope Garoppolo breaks that ankle, and we can win the game. Unless they got like a
Give him a fuacata.
Unless they got like a Aaron Rodgers sitting behind them. It's a good point. So I'm not giving
Nick Mullins. Isn't Nick Mullins their backup quarterback?
Yeah,
I believe he is.
That sounds like anyway. I don't want to insult the guy. I don't know him. So I'm not going to insult Garoppolo's personality or himself. I am going to assault. I'm not going to insult, but I'm going to assault his ankle. I hope your ankle sucks this weekend, bro. I hope your ankle is like swollen. I hope your ankle looks like a pregnant woman with triplets. Fuck attack Garoppolo's ankle.
I like it.
That's how you do it.
Is that your first Flockaton on the Giants show? I believe it is.
It might be.
I think that's usually a Mets thing.
It is a Mets thing, but we can bring it over here too. It works.
It works. As long as it works, I don't care. My final word is 0-3, but we win next year against a team with no name, and then maybe they can build on beating those idiots. Yeah, we can build on 1-4 and get on a little streak, and then you never know what the hell's going to happen.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly. I know it's just so damn depressing. Every time I see that Giants at the bottom of that wins list, it makes me insane. I got to stop throwing stuff too. My wife's going to be very angry at me. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you share the show out. Share your friends. Tell everybody how awesome we are. Steve will be back next week. So, see ya.
Peace. Let's go Giants, baby.